want the hot play the team night and promotion. Visit LAKings.com to get yours today. Back driveway and overgrown and unusable patio? Let System Pavers destroy it for you. System Pavers will demolish, dig up, and haul away your faded, neglected outdoor surfaces for clean. And will replace them with the outdoor space of your dreams. Gigantic driveways, built-in fire pits, cutting outdoor kitchens, air-worthy patios, and more. Get started today by calling System Pavers at 1-800-PAVE-004 or get inspired at SystemPavers.com. All of it will be taken March 31st. See what takes details. One bite of the box. What would you do with the secret cabal of the most powerful folks in the United States told you hate? Let's start at two. Back in the 1930s, a Marine named Rabbi followed all that civic in the U.S. Exactly. I'm Ben Bowler. I'm out. And Smedley's partner. Join us for this sordid tale of ambition, treason, and what happens when people tycoons have too much time on their hands. Listen to Let's Start at 2 on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you find your favorite show. You locked your cat up this tree?
Yeah, he's right up there. I'm scared to come down.
Hang on, I'll get him for you.
Be careful, mister.
Thanks, kid. Here you go.
Where did he come from? And where is he now? In case.
What? Oh, no, your mom and dad called us to clean out your shower drain.
What?
They were up a tree, too.
Really?
Your drain was really clogged, backing up, and we have to stop that nasty stuff from invading your vacuum.
So you're a hero?
Try to be every day. We're rooter heroes.
Wow.
We make sure you live in a safe, clean house. Go on.
Thanks for rescuing George.
It's what a hero does.
If you know how to clog things, call Reader Hero coming in today. Go online at ReaderHero.com. Join us to celebrate the songs and artists you've loved over the past year.
At our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Hosted by Lenny Travis.
With individual award recipients, Taylor Swift.
And performances by iHeart Icon Award recipient Kate, Coldplay, Kelly Clarkson, Ella Mobley, Peter Urban, Pat Benatar, Emil Giraldo, Lano, Money Long, Cody Johnson, and more.
Watch on Fox and listen on iHeartRadio.
Monday night at 8 p.m.
Download the free iHeartRadio app from your music radio podcast. AMI, AM recording. That means what it means right now. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Some stories we're following. The FAA has issued a safety alert after 6 near misses on runways in recent days, and also new flights will carry travelers from Burbank to Glacier National Park. And there's this. Let's go to Utah. Let's fly out to Utah, as they say. Utah government at the top signed 2 pieces of social media regulation legislation into law today that requires social media companies to get parental consent for minors using their services. And that would make Utah the first state to impose such measures in the country. The new Utah laws require that social media companies verify the age of any Utah resident who makes a social media profile and get parental consent for any minor who wishes to make a profile. Let me just stop right there, because I was one of those kids who always found a way to get around any type of regulation or parental threat or whatever. Yes. Now, I know that they have to verify age to go to a porn website. That's not new. It's easy to circumnavigate. I know that kids all across the country have their own personal laptops, which are not supposed to visit certain websites because they're locked down. You know how to circumnavigate that, and you have to get around all that. So the question isn't whether this is going to be effective. No, these kids are way too smart for this. Way too smart. I haven't even seen the specifics, but I know they'll be able to work their way around it. The real question is it cool that government is telling private business what to do when a product is not explicitly adult in nature? I don't know. I mean, I'm of two minds on this. One, because I recognize the dangers of social media. I recognize the dangers that the messaging, and there are several studies out that has increased the suicide rate among teenage girls alone just because of the non-stop pressures of looking a certain way, being a certain way, more so than young men. I also know that predators regularly pick up on young people, both young men and women, through accounts that they are posing as either young people or they may be posing as just grown-ass perverts and going after people. So for me, that would allow, hopefully, some measure of security for our young people. Let me interject there because part of these laws also forces social media companies to allow parents to access posts and messages from their child's account. Amen. So that's part of it. Now, I, like you, am of two minds, and one of my minds, remember, I'm consistent, or I try to be consistent, because I'm a capitalist, and I'm going to side with business. And we always talk about the nanny state, or whether government is in personal people's lives, and so forth. And I wonder, in Utah is a different state. I mean, it's very different as far as its social mores and expectations of citizens. But I wonder if government should be in the business of telling private business what it has to do, how it should do it, when social media is not fundamentally in and of itself in itself endeavor. Like, for example, I'm not so sure about the laws as far as buying cigarettes in Utah, but most places you got to be 16 to buy cigarettes. Wait a minute, I could buy cigarettes at 16, but I can't get my own Twitter account at 16. I don't know about 15 or 18 in California, they can do it, but that's smoke if you want to. But well, figure it out if they can help it. But the exact same as you have to be 18 to buy cigarettes, you have to be 18 to, just drive alone without having an adult chaperone in the car with you, 21 to drink. There are certain laws that are put in place just to protect that innocent, undeveloped mind. And unfortunately, right now, our kids are literally 24 hours a day if they can. They're losing their minds on social media. We all have gotten into social media well into our adulthood. We know the dangers and the traffic. These kids, they don't know the difference. All right, let me ask you this then. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. The laws in place, kids find a way of tripping that in because they will. What type of liability is then at the feet of the social media companies? Because in theory, if it's done their part, say, hey, we put up these protections where they have to get parental permission to get a profile. You got to sign consent. It's not my fault if they forge your name or get some, the kids usually do. Then what? Just like there are a few bars here in Southern California, some of them weren't the ones down the area where there were blue. And when you would take that user, kids and making their way in, and these bars were busted for serving liquor to minors. They lost their liquor license. These bars were, see where you're going. I see where you're going. So how are you going to tell Facebook, hey there, you have a 17-year-old who got on Facebook and they take their parental signature or approval, which is fine. I'm sure if you start buying Facebook on the regular, like that one bar, and you multiply that one bar by all the billions of people that live on Facebook. I promise you, if the government starts buying Facebook and those still start taxing, I got to put the tag there because when the kid gets the fake ID, there is a reasonable assumption that in those circumstances that the bar kind of winked an eye and said, okay, yeah, because the person doesn't look 21, this person obviously looks 17 and uses a fake ID. But there's no reason to suspect necessarily, these hypotheticals, that the kid who got on Facebook did so in a way in which Facebook could realize or know that this person is a minor when they use or they use the correct background authentication or something like that, where they're on legal leave, but they just, I know there are phones that we have built-in technology which we can monitor every single thing that goes out. I know both of my kids' phones, there is nothing that they can tweet or text or use like that their mother cannot do. If you that are just sold in stores. And I'm sure there is a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I believe that social media companies can do more to protect them. I'm a pro capitalist. It's hard to get behind it. It's hard. It's only because I don't know if it's the responsibility of social media to raise your kids or to protect your kids. When it's just social media, it's not an adult site. That's the part that I'm struggling with. And you create a law, which in my mind is punishing social media for something that social media in itself is not doing. It's not producing a product. It's not putting something out there in and of itself, which is harmful to children. Now, you can say that the collective environment is harmful, but Facebook itself is not putting out stuff which is harmful to children. By not having rules or regulations that is controlling the content that they put out, including like they are being allowing to. They not openly say, hey, the underage person coming to my bar and drink. But by not having someone who's checking your ID, by not having the doctors that doing their job, you are just allowing it. That's how you do liquor license. That's how your bar is set down. If you have a product that could be very, oh my God, you are not monitoring who is buying that product at all times, that's on you. Well, then I think it's a little further than social media because there's too many websites with too many which satisfy that definition. That's social media. Yeah, not just a place where you get profiles. But we have to have this conversation again another time because I'm quite sure we'll be coming back to it. Later with most of KFI 8 is 40 live everywhere. On the iHeartRadio app now, it's KFI 8 from NBK. Thousands of LA school district workers and teachers who also want to have supported the workers will return to work tomorrow following a 3-week strike. The district representing the workers has still not agreed on a new contract. Track and field is banned to transgender athletes from international competition. The World Athletic Council rules are the same as swimming rules adopted last year. It's a preemptive move if there are not currently any athletes who have transitioned from male to female competing at the highest elite levels of track. A demonstrator from the Corona Northwest School District has won Riverside County's 46th spelling bee. Adam Peak, Ranhawa now advances to the 6th National Spelling Bee. May 28th is June 3rd in Maryland. Chance of lingering showers this evening, clearing after midnight with sunny skies tomorrow, highs in 50s and 60s. This report brought to you by BlindSure.com. From the Southern California Toyota Dealer Traffic Center, the Field Rangers with that Francine Armita on the 5. This report on Corn Street, blocking the full right lane of the Center Department together, Drive and Delta. Roads and transit eastbound just before San Gabriel Boulevard are stalled farther, still keeping away the left lane, so you'll see a busy ride as you come away from Soto Street. And on the 50 eastbound in Diamond Bar, right at Phillips Plant Road, crash there, blocking the right lane. You'll start seeing brake lights as you come across Diamond Bar Boulevard. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno. Hi, I'm Kyle at BlindSure.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourself. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, BlindSure blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at BlindSure.com. This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt for your guaranteed savings refund and 50% off tax prep. Look at Jackson Hewitt. 50% off is a limited time offer for new clients trying to participate in location. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50%. USA difference. Never running customer satisfaction with retail banking in California by J.D. Power. In California and some of those award shows, please prepare to face you. In California, everywhere we research how to help you plan, budget, and save smarter. Our gold tracking and budgeting tools would have no place to sign if it weren't for you, and we can't thank you enough for that. Thank you to our real-life humans who go above and beyond for our customers every day. For J.D. Power 2022 award screening, visit jdpower.com/awards. Member FDIC. Addressing hair loss has never been easier thanks to advanced hair restoration. Simple one-day treatment. The most difficult part? Making a call for your free consultation. Call 844-333-HAIR and get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. AdvancedHair.com. At the Jacoby Myers, our five-star reviews attest to our commitment to excellence and a success in delivering life-changing results for our clients. 50-plus years of experience, $1 billion in settlements, and voted number 1 for 4 years in a row. Our team's expertise is unmatched. Call Jacoby Myers. Justice for you. since 1972.
Could you use some extra help meeting basic needs, like putting food on the table or paying the rent, keeping your home warm and the lights on, buying new suits for growing food, or help with medical needs? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. It's money you can use to help pay for basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, or medical needs. You can receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low, and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to learn more about SSI and start your application process today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security and U.S. Taxpayer Express.
You locked your cat up the tree?
Yeah, he's way up there and scared to come down.
Hang on, I'll get him for you.
Be careful, mister.
Thanks, kid. Here you go.
Where did you come from? And where is your mouth and coat?
What? Oh, no, your mom and dad called us to clean out your shower drain.
Why?
They were up a tree, too.
Really?
Your drain was really clogged, backing up, and we have to stop that nasty stuff from invading your bathroom.
So you're a hero?
Try to be every day. We're rooter heroes.
Wow.
We make sure you live in a safe, clean house. Go on.
Thanks for listening, George.
It's what a hero does.
If you know how to clog things, call Reader Hero. Come on air. Go online at ReaderHero.com.
See another on the way. Bloomberg predicts that the U.S. housing market looks headed for its worst slowdown in years. To hedge against it, there's only one asset that's safe, liquid, and is outperformed stocks 3-1. Rare coins. For insider access to coins with the greatest growth potential, there's only one place to go. Tangible Investments is America's top rare coin dealer, and its CEO, Bill DeGilva, is the undisputed expert on this private portable asset class. For over 35 years, Bill's coins have increased 10, 20, even 25 times. He's been featured on CNBC, the History Channel, and quoted in the Wall Street Journal. Get the only asset that safeguards your future while generating incredible gains. Sell Tangible Investments for a free investor kit and copy of the award-winning documentary Why Money Became Worthless. 800-711-2800. 800-711-2800. 800-711-2800.
Pablo Escobar, making more hippos.
Wonder one of these hippos eats the half of an activist's family and see if that activist is still saying, let's keep those hippos.
Right then where they're doing when? In the wild?
They'll handle the ever heard of Hippo Moan live 6 to 9 a.m. on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app. I've never seen 10,000 tapes in one store. Now this is a video store. Ordinary video stores don't even come close to Blockbuster Video. You just gotta see it to know what we mean. Wow! What a difference! Come discover the Blockbuster difference. Wow! If I am 640, it's later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Everyone remembers Blockbuster, right? Well, Blockbuster may be coming back. I'll tell you about that in just a second. I want to tell you about some other top news stories we're following. Of course, we've been following the LAUSD teachers and workers strike, the Local 99, SEIU, Local 99 strike. Well, that has come to an end. Everyone will be back to work tomorrow. I was saying that I didn't necessarily know where they were in negotiations, but it seemed like there was some progress which was made. I was just sent a release from SEIU Local 99 by Chris Adler and some others. And I'm not going to read it all to you, but it does say this, that discussions continue as school workers strike at LAUSD concludes and workers return to work on Friday. School workers stood up to LAUSD's intimidation and threats. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Won the respect they demanded. I know it's a press release to the stand. I'm just saying they're going back to work, and at least the public face on it is they feel that they're in a stronger position now than before the strike. And there is confidence that they're moving towards a solution, but the negotiations continue. So just want to let you know that. And going back to Blockbuster, remember in the 80s, Be Kind, Rewind, and they would give you all those fees and fines if you were a day late, 2 days late, or a week late. Then they say just keep the movie. You just bought it at that point. And I hated Blockbuster for that. For their fees, if you forget a day or whatever, oh my goodness, those fees would just pile up exponentially. And this is what I would do. I've done this on more than one occasion. This was 25 years ago, so, forgive me. I would go to Blockbuster and I would rent a movie. I'd forget about it. And then I would call my bank or the credit card company to get to put down a credit card for the account. And I would say, my credit card was stolen. I don't know what I can do. Don't laugh at this. Because I knew by then I had bought the movie. So what I would do is just get a new credit card and I wouldn't have to pay for the movie. I know. Don't judge me. It was true. But Blockbuster might be coming back. This is why I know. You can go to blockbuster.com. Go to that website. It directs you to a message read. We are working on rewinding your movie. And if you do it on the mobile site, it says be kind while you rewind. You may not know or you may not remember, Dick's Network Corporation, the cable company, they bought Blockbuster back in 2011. Yeah, 2011 at a price of $320 million. And they closed all the remaining stores shortly thereafter by 2013. But they really haven't done anything with the Blockbuster name and brand since then. And for all the streaming we talk about, for all the movies that we talk about, and for all the brand recognition we talk about, it would seem like, and I don't have any inside information, but it would seem like you're owned by a content distributor. You have a heritage name when it comes to movies and home entertainment. That's a streaming platform/service waiting to happen. Yeah. So this is Blockbuster streaming service? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's everything you want, automatically. Well, you have to imagine it has, I'm quite sure, a lot of intellectual property that they are licensed to distribute. Yes. So yeah, I'm quite sure they can fill it up with content. It's just branding, as opposed to having a disc. Now, not to confuse folks, disc also owns Sling. So they have a distribution arm where you can put this streaming channel platform in a number of places. It could be standalone. It could be part of those other streaming platform services. Think about all of the content that HBO Max and Paramount and even Disney has been saying, we can't use it. We're getting rid of it. Going by the wayside. Yep. Why are you offloading a lot of these titles? And sometimes it comes down to, well, they don't want to pay the ridiculous. They don't want to pay the fees. They don't want to necessarily have to pay those. So it's going to give the content to someone else. Yes, you can get a license for certain series, but the reason might have been internet focus. In most, you've been breaking down how they're not very Wolfie and Wolfie, we're breaking down how Harry Potter may not, the entire catalog may not be available on HBO Max right now, but that catalog will be returning because they have licensed it for a certain amount of time. And then they go back to TNT, and TNT will have all types of Harry Potter marathons. And then they'll go back exclusively to HBO Max. And why do you think titles come and go from Netflix to any other place? Licensing rights. That's right. Gotta go somewhere. Someone will buy it up, someone will use it, and you'll find out, it's on the Blockbuster streaming platform. That's my prediction. I mean, what's the point of having, you pay all the money for it, well, you might as well do something with it so you can generate revenue. That's very true. Who doesn't know Blockbuster? Who doesn't know Blockbuster? And it immediately ties into memories, hopefully some good ones, some bad ones. So I'm saying it ties into a point of reference, and it's synonymous with movies. Let's be honest. I've been shopping for those biggies. How did you know? You said that you weren't even in the studio when I was talking about how I was changing my credit card. You get out of paying fees and everything. Shame on you. Look, listen, Hillary. I've had enough about you, okay? When we come back, Martha Collier will join us in the studio to talk about tech. maybe some AI.
These
Chat
fucking
GPT.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I mean, it's just all
That's all
AI
he
going on
stated
in the world
that.
today.
And take
So
away
that's coming up
from
next. Later with Mo Kelly. KFI NC40. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
this guy's a
Basically, if I magically appear using nothing but your beautiful voice, tell your mouse robot to play KFI AM 640.
KFI.
KOST 822.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Fentanyl smugglers foiled. I'm Amy King, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. A traffic stop in San Bernardino County is where there was a huge drug bust. San Bernardino Police Captain Nelson Tarantino's officers found about 10,000 fentanyl pills during the stop.
Also located approximately 23 kilograms of fentanyl and 100 pounds of methamphetamine.
Because more illegal drugs were found earlier this week with the help of a canine.
Also located approximately 23 kilograms of fentanyl and 100 pounds of methamphetamine.
Because the fentanyl is enough to kill more than 11 million people, all the drugs seized are worth more than $4 million. Workers for LA School District on strike against alleged unfair labor practices have rallied for the last day of their 3-day strike. Several speakers took the stage at the LA Historic State Park, demanding fair treatment and higher wages today. This was the first ever joint ticket by the workers' union and the teachers' union. The superintendent says the mayor has stepped in to help, and workers say they are hopeful. Workers say they're going to go back to work tomorrow, so schools will be open again tomorrow. The Orange County Fire Authority has asked for help finding an armed arsonist.
The fire fully engulfed the commercial building in Santa Ana, taking crews about 11 minutes to knock it down. OC Fire Authority Captain Jane Lynn says at first fire investigators early Monday morning were unable to determine the cause of the fire until surveillance footage offers clear evidence of an arsonist. He looks like he's got a handgun. You can see it in the video that we put out. And then he's spreading what appears to be color throughout that office space. The video appears to show a black man with a black backpack wearing a dark gray shirt, gray pants, black running shoes, and a gray hat that says Title. In Orange County, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
Body of a U.S. Army airborne trooper who served in Afghanistan and Iraq has been returned to Orange. The Master Sergeant was killed earlier this month, rehearsing with the Golden Knights at Homestead Air Force Base in Florida. The Army says the man earned a Purple Heart during his deployment overseas. A funeral procession this evening will head eastbound on the 60 through Elizabeth Valley and Riverside until reaching Menifee. We do not trust TikTok will ever embrace American values. The CEO of TikTok has been questioned by a U.S. Congressional Committee in a rare public appearance where he defended the use of the social media app. The House Energy and Commerce Committee's People in America Need the Truth about the threat TikTok poses to national security. Even if they've never been on TikTok, your trackers are embedded in sites across the web. TikTok surveils us all. And the Chinese Communist Party is able to use this as a tool to manipulate America as a whole. Committee chairs have been more charges for TikTok as a weapon by the Chinese Communist Party to spy on, manipulate, and exploit future generations. Because the data privacy bill is the only way to stop TikTok from entering the U.S. again. The Nebraska legislature has voted to advance a bill that would ban gender-affirming care for minors. The vote comes on the third day of debate in which lawmakers accuse one another of hypocrisy. Two senators from Omaha have promised to filibuster every bill that comes before them for the rest of the 90-day session. Omaha Senator Megan Hunt says the debate is personal to her because her son was transgender. She says the bill is an affront to her as a parent. The winner of the $2 billion Powerball lottery jackpot, who spent some of his earnings on a mansion in the Hollywood Hills, has bought another house. Edwin Pastor spent $4 million in the record-setting drawing on a house in Altadena, near where he bought the lucky lotto ticket. His home has 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a pool, a pond, and a movie theater. Zillow says the home was sold March 9th. The other house he bought in the Hollywood Hills, that was around $25 million. Southland weather from TFI, slight chance of showers tonight, clearing after midnight with lows in the 40s, 33 Antelope Valley. Sunny tomorrow with highs in the mid-60s. At the beaches, Metro LA and Inland Sea, 50s to mid-60s in the valley, low to mid-60s for the IE, 40s to about 50 in the Antelope Valley. Sunny skies on the way Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with highs in the 50s and 60s. Chance of rain Tuesday through Thursday. It's 57 in Fullerton, 51 in Santa Margarita, 53 in Pasadena, 55 in Santa Monica. fashion commerce on the side.
Southbound, just before Lawson is the block in the middle lane for your team delays as you come away from Indiana Street. Also on the 5, this is heading northbound in Arleta, right at Osborne Street. A crash there. Multiple cars involved, including a big rig. So CST currently has all lanes blocked off. You're seeing heavy traffic buildup right around Lancaster. And the good news on the 91 eastbound at Anaheim Hills, that Weird Canyon stall car there has been moved out of the right lane as drives recovering from the Imperial Highway. Clarifying the sky helps get you there faster on Pedro Moreno. It's been tough talking to my doctor about constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. I finally laid all my symptoms out there and how they keep coming back. He said I may have irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. We agreed it's time to try some nutrition. Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxative. It lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms are studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stool. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. There could be more to your story with IBS-C. Visit a doctor in person or online. Say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZES. Sponsored by Happy United Pharmaceuticals with Betterstone, where language is learned. For Betterstone.com. More stimulating talk.
And I have to do a statement.
It's playing with Mo Kelly KFI today, 640. We're live everyone on the iHeartRadio app. Some headlines in the world of tech. TikTok CEO, you might have seen him testify in Congress. Well, it didn't go so well. So TikTok probably is not going to have a lifeline thrown from the federal government. And also named photos of Los Angeles undercover police have been posted online. Also, catalytic converted in LA to 2-day jail time, $1,000 in fines. And joining us now, as she does every single Thursday, is Marsha Collier, our tech expert and tech guru. Joins us in studio first. Good evening, Marsha.
Good evening, Mo. I was waiting for more of your hot news there.
But, you know,
TikTok is gone.
Is it really?
Well, what I worry about is the next one they'll go after is called the big deal. But the thing is, a lot of people who was born in China but live in the United States and have families.
That's
the only way they can communicate.
Well, let me ask you this, and I think you understand this. My concern is you can ban TikTok, and I say TikTok in air quotes, but the foundational technology of the app can turn into something else tomorrow, couldn't it?
So easily, I mean, certainly Facebook, Meta, Zuckerberg really tried really hard with the metaverse to lead to that. Or Elon, who did talk about making Twitter the everything app. And as the everything app, it could encompass, what's better than real, better than anything. You could have TikTok moments. It's so easy to copy that you could put that into Twitter.
First, even if those players didn't copy it, I could say some dishonest brokers, some questionable characters connected to China, and I was trying to be funny last night, they could call it author. Right. It's basically the same thing, just rebranded.
Right, but I think right now, with what social media is going through, it's going through a major change. People aren't watching a lot of what they used to watch. I mean, even the founder of Instagram just had an interview and he said, Instagram is not what it used to be. It isn't what it was meant to be. It was a peaceful place for pictures of people and puppies and families and kittens and things like that, and sports and pools.
And you know what happened?
Monetized.
The work that happened at Facebook was when it went public, and then it became profit motive. Every time these social media platforms become monetized, they are on this treadmill where they have to keep getting, the shareholders, the revenue projections, you see more ads, the user interface experience is degrades after that.
I'm in the upcoming documentary, and one of the things I said is the minute one of these Silicon Valley tech companies get sold on Wall Street, and there's no every time it's dumping space.
23-year-old girl is investing her. I wish you were here like 30 years ago. We were talking about what was going on in Utah and how they passed laws to limit the access to social media for minors, and they have to have parental consent and permission. I don't know how that's going to play out.
I don't know how you right next to that. I mean, if the kid gets 45, they can get a burner.
I said, kids will find a way. And you found a way inside of 4 seconds. And you're not 12.
That's right. And they're a lot smarter than I am. Trust me.
And you can be anyone you want on the burner phone.
Right, exactly. Because I remember when social media started, I was a lot younger. I mean, think back to AOL. Think back to, Lord knows, thank goodness, the original pages with Tom Anderson, MySpace.
Yep, MySpace.
We wrote a lot of stuff on MySpace that, looking back today, thank goodness it's no longer on the internet. So, you could think of ways around everything.
They start around, they navigate around any parental control on every device that you've ever created.
What's your job when you're a kid? What else do you have to do?
Parental control. Right. It's a puzzle which needs to be solved. But I didn't bring you on to talk about that. I think before the break how AI is everywhere and it's the biggest story in the world. I had a conversation with Bill Hamilton. He was wondering about AI and how it's become an issue in the Writers Guild talks as far as creating scripts, who would own the intellectual property. And I said, hey, you know what? That's already been done. They've already started making songs from AI. AI now can be created, and to that end,
this is amazing. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, whom I loved their ads since the beginning of time. They decided to jump in there using GPT-4 and DALL-E. Remember DALL, Dash-E? DALL-E is the image making prompt. So they have a website called createrealmagic.com, and you can go there. I was there earlier today, and they have Coca-Cola images. I'm going to translate it into real language, because it's easy to figure out what they co-branded elements, photographs, graphics, all kinds of different things that you can put together and make your AI-powered art into a billboard for Coca-Cola. Now, it's fun, you'll enjoy it, but 30 creators will be selected for the Real Magic Academy at Coke's headquarters, and not only that, but they're going to have 2 winners that are going to be on the Times Square billboard and the Piccadilly Circus billboard in London. I mean, it's going to be huge. It's a great concept. They are just scratching the surface, but it's so much fun. They made this AI so that anybody can enjoy it. I mean, no matter what age.
Israel. That's brilliant on top of brilliant. Not only is it cool, topical, timely, and on the edge, avant-garde, in terms of marketing, it propels itself because it's a vehicle to promote Coca-Cola. To young people in a generational sense, they will drink Coke for the next 60 years.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of taking a bunch of St. Bernards in a line like camels with little Coca-Colas under their chin. You know,
I get it. You know, but look, I'm a kid who goes back to the time of 400 kids on a mountain talking about a life cookie. So
you go to my YouTube, what I've saved on YouTube, it's all those old Coke commercials. All of them.
Right. Coke has to reinvent itself for the succeeding generation. So I get it. It's brilliant, but now AI is, I would say, interwoven in every facet of our life. And we're just scratching the surface. As a matter of fact, we're only just scratching the surface from Marcia Collier, who's joining us as she does the studio every single Thursday night. When we come back, Marcia, I would like to talk to you about what Mackenzie Scott, Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, is up to, and maybe a few other things, if you will.
You got it, Mo.
This radio host hour, KFI 8240. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now let's go to AK, the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
The LA County Health Department is issuing an ocean water quality advisory because of all the rain. It could say bacteria, chemicals, debris, trash, and other hazards could make the shift if you go in the water, and are advising you to stay out until at least Sunday morning. Lawmakers say the former CEOs of failed Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank must answer for their bank's failures, and have called them to testify before Congress. The 2 executives have indicated they will not be attending the hearing March 28th Lawmakers have pushed them to testify at a later date. The Monterey Park Firefighters Association is hosting a community barbecue fundraiser on Saturday to benefit a healing fund to assist the city in recovering from the mass shooting in January that left 11 people dead at the Star Ballroom Dance Studio. The barbecue is community free at Farms Park. Sky chance of showers overnight, sunny tomorrow with highs in the 50s to mid-60s. Got a crash in Arleta on the spot.
Osborne Street with Breck had all lanes blocked at one time. It looks like everything's off to the right. So they're now all lanes reopened. Traffic is recovering from Tuxford in Studio City, 101 northbound. Just before the 170. The crash there is taking away the 3 right lanes, so your guys have to stack up right around Barham. And in Highland Park on the 110 southbound, right at Avenue 50, you'll see a crash that's blocking the 2 right lanes. It's causing some delays from about York Boulevard. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno.
This report is sponsored by Sync It Up. Sync It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered teacher-led learning projects. Student computers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at syncitup.org. The podcast Let's Start a Coup wonders, what if a secret cabal of the nation's most powerful people tries to overthrow the president? Explore how it almost happened to FDR in the 1930s in this darkly comedic retelling of one of American history's weirdest scenes.
And for you, Major General, who has absolutely nothing on every street in this city. Why? Is there something bad?
Listen to Let's Start a Coup on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you have friends or family members that live on base or need frequent access to federal facilities, getting a real ID should be on your to-do list. Starting May 7, 2025, you'll need a federally accepted form of identification such as a real ID to access military bases, enter federal buildings, and board domestic flights. And by going online, you can conveniently start the real ID application process anytime and anywhere you like. Don't miss out on visiting your friends and loved ones in uniform. Start your real ID application online today at realid.dmv.ca.gov.
It's been a couple of years since I started sharing my advanced hair story with you, but some of you are still facing hair loss. Don't settle with balding if you desire a full head of hair. Advanced hair makes the solution easy. It takes just one visit, your own natural hair starts to regrow the very next day, and your new hair is backed by the Advanced Hair Guarantee. It's no wonder why tens of thousands of people, including me, have received the FUE treatment from Advanced Hair's top-rated physician. It works for bald spots, receding hairline, thinning hair, men, women, younger, wiser. Which is why it works for me. A full head of hair doesn't only change the way you look, it makes you feel more confident, proud, and youthful. Regrowing your hair where you were once balding is absolutely life-changing. Schedule your free consultation. You're going to get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Call 844-333-HAIR, and don't forget to ask about the Advanced Hair Guarantee. That's 844-333-HAIR or advancedhair.com. Could you use some extra help meeting basic needs, like putting food on the table or paying the rent, keeping your home warm and the lights on, buying new seeds for growing seeds, or help with medical needs? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. It's money you can use to help pay for basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, or medical needs. You can receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low, and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-717-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to learn more about SSI and start the application process today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security and U.S. taxpayers tax.
Jacoby and Myers is here to help you get the justice you deserve. We specialize in serious injury cases and have been fighting for our clients since 1972. Trust Jacoby Myers to be your guide, your advocate, and your support system. With our unmatched experience and expertise, you can rest assured that you'll get the compensation you deserve. Plus, our consultation is always free. Call Jacoby Myers today and let us help you navigate the legal process and get the justice you deserve. Jacoby Myers, justice for you since 1972. And now, a few words from your dog.
Please join me and my team of Wake Up Call Wigglers at Brookside Park in Pasadena, Sunday, April 2nd. For Pasadena Humane's Wiggle Waggle Walk to raise funds to help them care for the hundreds of animals they take in each year. To donate or join our team and walk with us, go to KFIAM640.com/wiggle. KFIAM 640 or stimulating talk. It's Trigger with no telling. KFI FM 640 relies everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. If you just tuning in, our regular text commentator and contributor, Martha Collier, is in the middle of showing us the way, guiding us through this world of technology. Before the break, we were talking about AI being combined with Coca-Cola in their marketing and promotion campaigns. Now I want to talk, this is not necessarily tech, but it's tech adjacent when we talk about anything related or quasi-related to Amazon. You know, Amazon is Jeff Bezos. He got divorced from McKinsey Scott. So, and they're going in divergent directions. Jeff is still doing the Amazon thing, but now... No, Jeff is doing the yacht. The yacht will yeah. Yeah, he's out there, he's living his best life, as they say. But McKinsey Scott is he's living her best life, but in a philanthropic way. She can't get rid of it fast enough. She is donating to everything. I mean, several universities here in Southern California have benefited from donating. How much, and what is usually the criteria for what you could do? Well, the newest one I find is the most interesting. It's really like an open call, like cattle call. I guess that's in one. The requirements are organizations providing access to health care, stable and affordable housing, education, job training, support for sustained employment, civic engagement, advanced voices of opportunities, individuals and families that youth are not esteemed, groups who have met with discrimination and other academic obstacles. It sounds like everybody is covered. She has announced she's going to give away $250 million. You can't be mad at her. I mean, if you have transformational wealth and you want to then have transformational impact, I guess that's the way you do it. You're making more money per second in just from interest, right? Alone. Think about it. Interest went up. She was in the stack. Oh my goodness. Look, we can't even look at the needs and how much money she has if she cannot get her way back to that. Well, for anybody out there, it sounds like a pretty broad audience to apply, and the deal is, it's an open call. The website is Lever for Change, LEVERFORCHANGE.com, and that is also a nonprofit, so they're handling this for you. You can apply there. So if you're interested, you can register before 4 p.m. U.S. Central Time on Friday, May 5th. Complete applications are due by 4 p.m. Central Time on Monday, June 12th. Organizations must have an annual operating budget of at least $1 million and no more than $5 million for at least 2 of the last 4 fiscal years to be eligible. That's reasonable, but that's also pretty specific. You're going to fall within a certain range. You have to be legitimate, reputable in that regard. That's it. You have to show you're doing the work. Right, doing the work, and you didn't show up just yesterday. Right, exactly. So I think that's really smart of her. And I think it's really anybody out there, folks, if you're listening, if you are a nonprofit, this is a great opportunity. What does it hurt to just apply? And she's giving $250 million out. So go for it. I want to comment on it. Come back and
look on the weather and live with mental pressure full of life. Nothing gets to you, staying fresh and cool with mental pressure full of life.
Jeff Bezos and Amazon, and all of us have received an Amazon packages on Fresh Maker. And, you know, we may recognize the truck, or the doorbell or something. I have always been reticent to open have ordered and asked for. I'm always uncomfortable about opening my door because I think it makes me vulnerable. Is there anything to that?
Well, yes, there is an issue, and I recommend if you work from home or anything, you can see the truck on your Amazon app. You can see it go through your neighborhood and you like stuff. So that's kind of fun. But unfortunately, there have been people impersonating Amazon drivers with the vest, fake truck. They come to the door. They may not have the package because there's also DoorDash.
So porch pirates weren't enough. They had to take it one step further.
And these people have others that they work with. That when you're entering the door in front, these people are already at the house going to break in. It's a thing. It's happening in a lot of communities across the country. And wow, you really have to worry about this and protect yourself. We leave a bucket, literally, of small water bottles out for people because it's nice to give them a little delivery people. But you just have to be very careful. And it's, you can get a Ring doorbell. You can even get one of the older ones on the sale. And testing that something for your protection. Don't open it. Remember what Mama said. Don't open that door to anybody.
Yeah, and I'm the one. Look, I hear you with the doorbell, but it doesn't mean I need to answer my door. If you're there to, and I know that if you're there to leave me one of my packages, you'll leave the package and take a photo of it, and then you go on about your way. So you don't need to sign. They don't do that anymore. I don't need to sign for anything.
Well, I can tell you, like, something really best happened to me when I was leaving the house. My next person, maybe I shouldn't leave. Two people approached the house, and we were about to leave, so we opened the door, and they inquired about our solar. They wanted to sell you solar. These people weren't in any uniform. They didn't have any trucks that looked like it was a solar business.
I'm sorry, I think like a criminal. They were casing the joint.
Yep. There's a 45 agency sign around my house.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, it's armed. But the point is, just tell them you have solar. It's in the back side. But it's
something else to remember, right?
Yeah, you got solar. Thanks so much.
And the whole idea of a door-to-door salesman is so antiquated now. The fact that you're just going to ring someone's door like on a cold call and say, hey, can I get 5 minutes of your time? I want to tell you about this product. I saw that you have rain gutters up there that need to be cleaned out.
Oh, yeah. You see all the rain gutters. Yeah. Right. Because we live in California, and this is the first time in my life in LA that it's had this much rain, but we might have benefited from rain gutters.
Might, maybe. But don't come to my door. I always say, don't come to my house unannounced. If I'm not expecting you to, you're not going to get me to answer the door. Period. Even if I am expecting you in terms of delivering a package, it doesn't mean I'm going to open the door.
Exactly. Around the heart, we know our UPS guy.
Right. And I'll open the door with a baseball bat in my hand just in case there's a misunderstanding.
It never hurts, honestly. Whether you're a single person or a married person, if you're a single person opening the door, have something next to your door that you could use. A simple thing as simple as a safety pin in your hand, in your fingers, a safety pin pointed out to do some damage.
I would say your keys in between your fingers.
Keys make a little noise. I'm telling you, you have to keep standing at your own door.
Well, it doesn't matter. If I'm coming to the door, I always have something close by.
Yeah, you have to. You need to do it when you're doing it. And maybe next week we'll talk a little about protecting yourself and not exposing yourself to marketers.
Let's do that. So next week, we go get those marketers. I'm tired of them calling me. Much call you. It's always good to see you.
Thank you, Mo. I love having you.
We love having you. You don't know how much great feedback we get from listeners about you specifically. Not only are you easy in your description, you're relatable, you're fun.
You could pass it on.
I'll make it a point. A lot of times it's just someone maybe in passing, or I might get it on Instagram, they'll direct message me. I'll make sure I forward it on.
Thank you, everybody, because I love doing this, and I love being here with Mo.
What about second? Don't worry. He's going in. He's not worthy of it. No, he isn't. He tries to undermine me at every turn.
Oh, no. Don't make him mad, though, because he has the power. That's right. He has the power. He never gets off the lighting gun.
That's right. He'll cut off my... He'll cut off my mic just like that. It's really almost right. If I hate reports a lot everywhere. The iHeartRadio app will back in a moment. We're going to talk more about AI and go to that story about how the Writers Guild is worried about AI created scripts. That's next. 18 after news.
A suspected Iranian drone has hit a housing facility at a base in Syria, killing a U.S. contractor. The Pentagon says 5 U.S. service members and another contractor were hurt. It says the intelligence community assesses the unmanned aerial vehicle to be from Iran. President Biden has authorized an airstrike in Syria against facilities used by groups affiliated with Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. About 4,000 homeless people have been helped off the streets in LA since Mayor Bass took office.
Just more than 1,000 of those people were housed through Bass's Seaside Space program. The majority were housed through programs in place before the mayor took office. Bass says she thinks the history of plenty homeless people want to stay on the street.
A move-out day, a move-in day, when the bus comes, even those people that said they're not going, when they see other people going, they just come to us.
Bass knows the challenges she's working on from her initial approach, including the high cost of residents' health. Bass's team says their ability to house people is growing daily as their program scales up. Boy, slowly, hey, if I need it.
The LAPD said 92 homeless people were murdered last year. Police records show murders were committed by other homeless people and gang members. Police said gang members usually kill the homeless over drug-related deaths. Skid Row in downtown LA had the most murders, followed by Boyle Heights and West Lake. A gun was used in all of the murders. In 2021, there were 85 homeless people killed. News brought to you by Mike Sherman, the Dismovis plumber. Dozens of people have reported eye infections after using Ezra Care and Delsum Pharma eye drops. Reports in 16 states have ranged from eye pain and blurry vision to vision loss and surgery. Stanford Children's Health Dr. Alok Patel says 3 people have died.
Making sure that you're reading the back of those labels, you're properly storing them, and you're tossing them out if they've been left open for a certain point of time when bacteria can start to grow in those drops.
Patel says the eye drops are sold over the counter and used for lubricating redness or treating eye irritation because the bacteria is found in healthcare settings. The CDC says this specific strain is resistant to some antibiotics, and it's the first time doctors have seen it in the U.S. A rocket made almost entirely of 3D printed parts has failed 3 minutes after launching from Cape Canaveral. The rocket had nothing aboard during its debut launch except for Relativity Space's first 3D print made 6 years ago.
It made it through what's called max Q when the aerodynamic pressure is the greatest after launch. But the second stage rocket sputtered and shut down.
ABC Ryan says the maiden launch was still a huge win despite not reaching orbit. The company said last night, although the rocket failed, it did exceed key objectives for its first launch. Southline weather from KFI could see a few showers this evening before the sky is clear overnight, lows in the 30s and 40s. Sunny tomorrow with highs in the 50s to mid-60s. Sunny through the weekend with highs in the 50s to mid-60s. It'll warm up to near 70 on Saturday. Then we've got another chance of rain Tuesday through Thursday. It's 56 in Brea, 54 Lake Forest, crash in Glendale on 5.
Southbound just before the 134. It has the purple and 2 left lanes blocked off, so you're seeing busy riders who approach Olive Avenue. Studio City, 101 northbound just before the 170, a crash there. It's blocking the right lane, so you'll see some traffic as it relates to Universal Studios Boulevard. Highland Park on the 110 southbound at Avenue 60, a crash there. Still has the 2 right lanes. These scores! You just can't miss watching college ball at Orlando. Now your top region predictable winner.
It's Irish total magic. From 16 to 8, 24. You can watch every score, every major, each game and play.
And the #1 region.
Break down gift giveaway. Get Slam and Sandwich Maker when you earn 500 points on your reward card. The 27th or 28th.
Orlando, good time. Hey, it's Team Shark. Clean and healthy water is essential for living your best life. Life Source is the whole house water system that will change that life. Life Source gives you filtered and delicious water from every tap, filtering out the bad, keeping the good, no maintenance needed. And right now, new customers can get a free Apple-Pure antibacterial filter with qualifying purchase. That's an $825 value. So call Life Source today at 800-803-2696 or go to lifesourcewater.com. Life Source, taste and feel the difference. I'm attorney Gary Capanosi, founder of 1-800-NO-COP, reminding you that exercise your life is just shut up. It doesn't make you look guilty, it makes you look smart. 1-800-NO-COP, because no one looks good in makeup. We're doing that sort of thing. 1-800-NO-COP. Hey, all the team starts. For emergency backup power, there's only one name you need to know. Duffy Power. Since 1965, Southern California has relied on Duffy for hospitals and high-rises, data centers and school districts, every form of business, big or small, even homes and RVs. Whether it's a new generator, an emergency rental, or Duffy's legendary repair and maintenance service, Duffy Power has you covered. Go to DuffyPower.com, DuffyPower.com. That's DuffyPower.com. Watch TEDx channel as we bring you the star-studded action from one of the year's biggest events. It's the Miami Open. Pack all the excitement with our first of all, the last coverage. Live daily at 8 a.m. Now through April 2nd on TEDx channel. Join us to celebrate the songs and artists you've loved over the past year. At our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Hosted by Lenny Travis. With individual awards to win, Taylor Swift. And performances by iHeart Award recipients Pink, Coldplay, Kelly Clarkson, Ella Coldplay, Peter Van, Pat Benatar, Emil Giraldo, Lotto, Money Long, Cody Johnson, and more. Watch us and listen on iHeartRadio. Monday night at 8 p.m. Schedule a home furnished safety set for just $77 with Ruger Hero Plumbing and Air. And iHeart Radio Station. More stimulating talk. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Some breaking news: the U.S. military has carried out multiple airstrikes in Syria recently, moments ago, after a drone attack that killed a U.S. contractor. We are following that story in the KFI 24-hour newsroom, and we've been discussing more generally AI and how it's a part of just about every facet of life, whether we're aware of it or not. And it's going to be even more ever present, as they say. The Writers Guild, you know that there is an upcoming, I would say, showdown between guild and writers as to residuals for streaming platforms. We discussed that. But another facet to the negotiations, the Writers Guild is saying it's pushing to prohibit AI-generated work under contract in these negotiations. Now, the Writers Guild has clarified its stance on work created with the help of AI. And the Guild stated that it is seeking in these negotiations to ban AI from being used as source material and AI written work and AI rewritten work from being covered under its contract. You would think that it's kind of obvious. I mean, if you're turning in a script, if you're under contract as a writer and you're having not even a third party, it's just generating content that you didn't even create yourself, and you expect to not only own it, but receive residuals on it. The writer's guild is saying, oh, hell no. And the guild additionally seeks to prohibit writers from being assigned AI-generated material to adapt. So if that prevents someone taking an AI script out there and then just reworking it and then slapping your name off. Yes, because what they're basically saying is you are not going to do that stuff. We get strikes, but they're not about to bring that to our desk. That whole idea of that is just plagiarism on top of digital plagiarism. Yeah, you're not generating content, you're not creating the ideas, and then there's the question of who would own the material because you didn't create it. Yeah. So, and it goes on. The WCA proposes to regulate use of material produced using artificial intelligence or similar technologies ensures the companies can't use AI to undermine writers' working standards, including compensation, residuals, separated rights, and credit. I think this is pretty easy to understand. But there probably would have to be an enforcement and penalty provision. It's one thing to ban it. It's another thing to say, well, if you try it, this is what's going to happen. Will you be kicked out of the union? Will you be sanctioned in some way? Will you be prohibited from working? Will you lose your membership in the guild? Things of that nature. Because someone's going to try it. I wonder, is this going to hit the literary world as well? like all these authors. Oh, it has to have some. Yeah, well, it would have to novellas and all these different things, because I know there was a college professor who recently was busted for using AI to write some material, and then they started doing some research. They said, "Aaron, look like the last book that you wrote has some similarities to it. Are you writing anything?" To some papers, I guess, that he was submitting. So I'm like, so this could mean that what you're going to have a camera in there with you showing you typing or writing this? Well, you have to prove it there. There is software to be able to determine, because I know at least with universities, when students put in papers, there is software that they use to identify AI generated. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know that they've already been taking steps in that direction. But you have to get in front of it now. I mean, you need to, because it's going to be everywhere. They've already shown AI that demonstrated that it can create music, it can create songs based on the most popular chord progressions and melodies that have been used in history. That information has been input, and so it can extrapolate and create songs from that data set. I mean, yeah, and we may think it's, when I say we in a general sense, and may think it's cool or cute that a computer can generate art. Think about the movie iRobot, and it actually talks about this, whether artificial intelligence is self-aware, when it can dream, when it can create art, and we're almost there. It's generating art, it's generating content, it's generating poetry, it's generating speeches, it's generating music, generating script. So we're pretty much there. Now, is this a law? My question that I'm asking of myself and of just using anyone who would want to put this into law, are we the dinosaurs that care? Because think about the kids who are listening to most music that's on the radio now. There's nothing original out there. They're actually sampling songs from like just 10 years ago. So the originality, just the music isn't there. I don't know if kids care about all these remakes and reboots that are coming out. Are we the last generation to care about originality? Well, there's 2 points to that conversation. There's the creative artistic perspective, as far as the purity of art creation and the human spirit. That's one conversation. And then there's the question of the legality and the ownership portion of it. Me personally, as a musician, who's someone who enjoys the process of creation and it not being cheapened, but rather enhanced by computer technology, yeah, we're probably the last generation to answer your question in that regard. But we all going to have to figure out legally where the line is, what's acceptable behavior. We know that it's not acceptable in terms of a term paper. We know that it's not going to be acceptable in terms of a script. We know that it's not going to be acceptable for most things that we have or we're expected to create as humans. But where's the line in the legal sense? That's a thing. I really look at how quick kids are.
How you doing, friends? What's new, baby?
I think we're the dinosaurs. I think that idea of originality, that idea of, as we used to say, not citing someone else's material or doing something original, I think that this is a concept that we just grew up on and we think is so important. But kids, I don't care about that. Well, now let's not forget, and I know NC remember, we're about the same generation. I remember our parents wondering about whether the calculator was going too far because it was doing the computations for us as opposed to people learning how to do math. I don't know calculation. So I think it's the same debate just up here. Yeah. And now no one is doing any type of math. They're going to the supermarket and pulling out their phone. So to that point, it stays out. It stays out with the generation below us. They're like, man, I have no time for all that. I know how to do math in my head. Do you know how to use a slide rule, anyone? A what? Slide rule? I do what? Math computation. No. What about an abacus? No, but an abacus, yeah. An abacus, grew up on an abacus. As did I. Yeah, like, you put an abacus in front of the kids today, they're like, let me pull out my phone. What are you doing? Not even that. I'm struggling to find a kid, someone under the age of 18, who can tell time by an analog clock. Yes, yes. And I know you see it in that home. Things that were important to us. I've heard this argument. This is just a purity in the art, and we're not used to plagiarism. No. These kids nowadays, they will go and watch the remake of Roadhouse, and they don't care a thing about Patrick Swayze's version. They say, you know what, take them off. You are the Roadhouse. I'm with it, and that's where we are. Okay. Exactly. The whole world is going to hell in a handbag. Yeah. It's ready with Marcel. KFI 8640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. And when we come back, well, we got to talk about our governor who wants to give Hollywood a new perk. I don't know if you'll like it. That's next. Now to the KFI 24-hour newsroom on anything. A U.S. contractor has been killed and 5 service members and another contractor have been injured by an unmanned drone strike at a coalition base in Syria. The Pentagon says it believes the drone was Iranian and the U.S. has retaliated by launching precision airstrikes in eastern Syria. President Biden authorized the retaliatory strike. Tens of thousands of union members and supporters converged at LA State Historic Park downtown on the third day of an LA School District workers' strike. Schools are scheduled to be open tomorrow, allowing hundreds of thousands of students to go back to class. The White Lotus Season 3 is in the works. HBO's chairman and CEO Casey Bloys says the show's creator is hinted at an Asian setting for the next season. The White Lotus just won 2 SAG Awards for acting and won 5 Emmys in September. We'll catch some trouble on the 101 next. I hope you know that I wouldn't lie to you. So here's the truth. Most of those other supplements out there use extracted fruits and vegetables. Yes, I'm talking about Field of Greens because Field of Greens does not employ just science. Field of Greens is different. It uses a whole organic fruit and vegetable, not some watered down extract. I got koala stuff using it. We were talking about it today, comparing notes, and I want to thank all of you who've been asking and reaching out on Twitter and Instagram asking me about whether Field of Greens
Hi,
is a
how are
real
you?
deal.
Pleasure to meet you.
Field of Greens was scientifically chosen to support vital
No, I'm good.
health.
Thank you.
Like your heart, your lungs, your kidneys. Others will help my immune system, my blood pressure, and that's something that's very important to me. Metabolism and healthy weight. Best of all, Field of Greens has got how it's better health promise. I will tell you each and every time, if your doctor doesn't tell you your numbers have improved, if your neck is kept up, then you can get a full refund. Meaning you have absolutely nothing to lose. So let me get you started. This is what you do. Go to fieldofgreens.com, then put the promo code KFI, and you got 15% off your first order. It's just that simple. So right now, as you go to fieldofgreens.com, promo code KFI. Look for slight chance of showers overnight and sunny tomorrow, highs in the 50s to mid-60s and 60s and south through the weekend. Crash clear in Studio City on the 101. That's northbound just before the 170. They moved out of those right lane your drivers recovering from Lincoln. 101 southbound, you'll come across some traffic just after Santa Monica Boulevard in Hollywood. It'll stay pretty busy just before the 110. And on the 91 heading east out in Anaheim Hills. Approaching Weir Canyon, you'll see brake lights there. You drive safe, slow up, and see you till about Green River Road. KFI in the Sky helps keep you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno. This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
Could we use some extra help meeting basic needs, like putting food on the table or paying the rent, keeping your home warm and the lights on, buying new seeds for growing trees, or help with medical needs? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. It's money you can use to help pay for basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, or medical needs. You can receive monthly SSI payments with your income and financial resources are low, and you're 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to learn more about SSI and start the application process today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security and U.S. Taxpayers Trust.
On Ice-T's Daily Game podcast, the cultural icon unveils words of wisdom and motivational quotes he's collected over the years. No punches are pulled, as Ice shares his special brand of profound and brutal honesty on topics like romance, success, every day on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast. You have an old or an unused car taking a fade? Turn it into a valuable tax deduction with a simple donation to Cars for Kids. With over 100 sellers ready to pick up your car in any condition, Cars for Kids makes donating your vehicle a breeze. No wonder they have a 4.9 rating on Trustpilot. Let Cars for Kids do the work for you. Just fill out a quick form at carsforkids.org and someone will reach out to arrange for your pickup sometimes as soon as the next day. Think about the hassle of selling, and hello to quick, convenient pickup with a maximum tax deduction. Donate your car today by calling 877 Cars for Kids or carsforkids.org. Portions of the following program will be recorded. Hi there, I'm Joel ROTHSCHILD. Join me this Sunday for How to Money. We'll talk all things personal finance and help you learn how to save, invest, and enjoy more of what matters. How to Money with Joel ROTHSCHILD. Sundays at noon on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app. On the iHeartRadio app, Governor Gavin Newsom is trying to lure movie studios and movie productions back to California and trying to create this perk, if you will, and it may or may not work, but I'll tell you about it. And if Newsom's plan is passed by the legislature and signed into law, California's film tax credit program would become refundable in 2025. Meaning that on top of giving qualifying film and TV productions credit that wipe out their state tax liability, the state also would give them payments for tens of millions of dollars a year. Now, it's argued that the boost would help bring more film production to California amid, I would say, the rise of productions leaving the state, and there's also more competition from studios outside the state. Like, for example, the Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta. There are a lot of movie productions which film out of Atlanta, in North Carolina, in Louisiana. A lot of those productions are, I guess, less expensive because you don't have the state taxes to worry about. And this is designed to counteract that on some level. But the proposal safety professional lawmakers frustrated by what they see as Hollywood's insufficient progress in hiring women and people of color since the state increased the film tax credit 2 years ago for construction of new sound stages. So I don't, it sounds good on paper when you think, well, if you're going to give tax credits to studios and productions, that they would be more.
I was thinking about doing an AMA, and I wanted to know if potentially at some point tell me the best way you would go about doing that.
Following the movie industry. Most productions of studios are very comfortable and set up to do business elsewhere, like even in Toronto, Canada, for example. Yeah, this is leading from behind.
Excellent. Thank you.
They've allowed not just the film to go outside of California where individuals were getting tax breaks in Detroit and Atlanta and Louisiana. Like you said, in Toronto, what ended up happening is because so much production was happening elsewhere, they started actually building studio houses. Most modern films are almost filled on Tyler Perry's lot.
You're saying that took a state.
Yeah, it's tough. You may have some trucks out here, and you may have some more wanting to film in California, but it's one of those, like, so you're saying you have to uproot all productions and go back. They have to do sound stages and everything they need outside of California. There's no need if you build a studio presence outside the state to now uproot and come back. There's really no need unless the money really makes sense. And if you're just matching what it means to do production in Georgia, well, why am I going to leave Georgia? No, I'm not over there now. No, I'm not leaving Georgia. We did Captain America, Winter Soldier, we did Black Panther, we did Wakanda Forever, we did all on Tyler Perry's line. We're okay. We've got all the technology, the craft service is phenomenal. We're good out here. Because you're not going to give me something credit from the state of California or something like that? No. No.
Here's the other problem I have with it. They'll only get the incentives if they hire the people. The lawmakers are mad because they haven't done their diversity.
Oh, yeah.
We'll only let you do this if you basically hire the people we want you to hire.
Because when you're trying to tax,
and the other one, what about the taxes? What about taxing the rich so everyone pays their fair share? They make a lot of money. They pay their fair share. Why are they doing it?
Well, that's the give and take because they want their business to come back to California. So,
don't get me wrong, I'm not against that.
No, you're right. They're talking out of both sides of the mouth. Absolutely. And so I understand the overture. I understand why it would be appealing to bring these studios and productions and with it the money back into California. But anything, I think you said it the best. I mean, the ship is fair. If you would have done this, you can't say 5 years ago. I have to say over 2 years ago at this point, given how much time these studios have had the opportunity to build up these studios or develop the relationships with studios in other states. If you knew how many movies were made in Georgia alone, big Hollywood blockbusters, you would be ashamed at how much money is leaving California in the name of Hollywood. I don't think you can reverse that trend. I don't think you can turn that around. I don't think anything is going to change because you don't need to be in Hollywood to make huge Hollywood blockbusters. It's not like you have to go to Skywalker Ranch to do stuff with Lucasfilm. You don't have to do that anymore. And I don't think you can unring that bell. I appreciate what the governor is attempting to do, just too little too late. And I don't know if there's anything that you can do on top of this, which would make sense and also be an incentive that would actually move the meter, other than just literally throwing money at the studios or giving them a free studio space in California or something that would just be ridiculous and reckless and unheard of. Yeah, it also has to be like executive producers. Right, they have to get a piece of it, Governor Kathy Newsom on the credit. Hey, don't give me any ideas. He likes to be on TV.
I'm going to start watching credits.
There you go.
Oh, that's coming.
He's getting executive producer credit in there. I'm quite sure he thought of it. He's related with Bo Kelly. When we come back at the top of the hour, we're going to talk about the Supreme Court. And I can't even say it. We're going to talk about the Supreme Court. Okay, it's nasty, it's dirty, and it's stinky. KFI AM240, we're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. What the hell? Don't country play together. Just tell them what to play. Okay, Google, play KFI AM640.
Pay past time.
KLST HD2.
Los Angeles and County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Homeless murders out. I mean, King Lodge may say if I 24-hour newsroom reports from the LAPD to 92 homeless people were murdered last year in the city of LA.
That's up from 85 in 2021. Records show most all homeless murders were committed by gang members and other homeless people. Officials say gang members usually kill homeless people over drug-related debt. The number one spot for the murders was Skid Row in downtown LA, followed by Boyle Heights and Westlake. And the weapon of choice was a gun. 67% of murders last year were from a gunshot wound. So far this year, 12 homeless people have been murdered. Where can we think of by you?
The people in Sun Valley have been hurt in an apartment fire that sent a column of dark smoke into the sky. LA Fire says more than 8